You know that feeling, that agonizing stiffness when you first try to step out of bed in the morning. It's that moment you feel every bit of your age. Your hips protest with a deep, grinding ache. Your first thought is often to stretch, to bend over and pull those muscles loose. But let me stop you right there. If stretching is your only morning ritual, you are missing the entire secret to hip longevity. You think simple stretching is enough? That's the first mistake. Stretching is like putting a Band-Aid on a dam that's about to burst. It offers temporary relief, but it completely ignores the deeper problem. The truth is, your chronic hip pain is not caused by tightness alone. It is caused by a fundamental lack of gluteal stability. And before you even take your first heavy step of the day, your hip joint is already under fire. I am here to share with you a quiet, powerful secret. A 5-minute gluteal activation ritual derived from Japanese longevity practices. This simple routine is designed to instantly stabilize your hip joint before it takes on the massive forces of your day. If you are over 60 and crave independence, the freedom to travel, to play with your grandkids, to simply walk without that awful pinching pain, then this is the most important video you will watch this year. Stick with me, because I'll show you exactly how this small, powerful ritual completely changes the forces acting on your hip. The Gluteal Lie and the power of stability. Most people look at the hip as a simple hinge, but your hip is actually one of the hardest working, most pressurized joints in your body. It is a masterpiece of engineering that has supported you for decades. But with every passing year, the structures surrounding it require more support. When you walk, when you simply take a step, that hip joint carries a load that is 1.3 to 3 times your entire body weight. Think about that. Imagine carrying 2 versions of yourself on your hip with every single step you take. If you don't have stability, this massive force isn't evenly distributed across the joint. Instead, that crushing force concentrates into one small, vulnerable spot, like a relentless hammer blow. This leads to chronic hip joint pressure and, eventually, the painful wear and tear we call osteoarthritis. The lie is that you need more flexibility. We are constantly chasing that feeling of a deep stretch. But what you really need is the hidden strength to manage this incredible daily load. And that strength comes from a specific place: your gluteal anchor. The gluteal anchor is primarily your gluteus medius muscle. This small but mighty muscle is the unsung hero that sits on the side of your hip. When this muscle is strong, it acts like a massive stabilizing anchor, providing a solid platform for your torso. When you lift one foot off the ground to walk, this anchor instantly fires. It keeps your pelvis level, prevents that side-to-side wobble, and ensures your knee tracks properly over your foot. If your gluteus medius is weak, which is common in over 40% of people over 65, your pelvis sags, your knee collapses inward, and all that massive force from walking is violently compressed into your hip and lower back. It is no wonder we feel pain not only in the hip, but often unexplained lower back pain and knee issues as well. This instability is also why fall prevention is such a critical topic. The data is clear. Around 40% of people over 65 years old suffer a fall every year. A fall, especially one resulting in a hip injury, is the fastest way to lose your independence and surrender your freedom. This Japanese wisdom recognizes that you don't need exhausting, high-impact workouts to fix this anchor. You need activation. You need to wake up the gluteal anchor with small, precise, isometric controlled motions. The type of gentle, daily rituals that elders in Japan have used for generations to maintain strength, mobility, and bone density without high-impact stress. This is not exercise in the traditional sense. This is fundamental muscle activation, and we are going to use the first 5 minutes of your day to do it. The 5 Japanese morning rituals for hip stability. I recommend performing these 5 rituals right when you wake up. The first 3 are designed to be done safely and comfortably right in your bed. Number 1. The bedroll activation. This simple ritual immediately reduces morning stiffness and gently lubricates the hip capsule. preparing the joint for the deeper work that follows. Start by lying flat on your back in bed. Bend your knees so your feet are flat on the mattress. Take a slow, deep breath in, filling your lungs completely. Keep your shoulders completely flat and relaxed against the bed. Now, as you exhale, slowly let your knees drift together to the right, only a few gentle inches, feeling a mild, comfortable stretch in the left hip and lower back. This is not a deep twist. It is a gentle, mindful rotation. Hold for 3 long seconds. Feel the subtle release. Return to the center, and as you inhale again, let your knees drift to the left, holding for 3 seconds. Repeat this slow, controlled movement 10 times on each side. It is not a big movement. It is a mindful activation of your core and your deep hip rotators, signaling to your body that movement is safe. Number 2. The bridge mini hold. This is the first true gluteal activation to wake up your gluteus maximus, the powerhouse muscle. Remember, this muscle is crucial for power and balance when you stand up. Start from the same position. Back flat, knees bent, feet flat on the bed. Now gently squeeze your glutes first, and only then lift your hips just a few deliberate inches off the bed. We are not aiming for a high bridge. We are aiming for a mini hold, pure muscle activation, not range of motion. Hold this slight elevation for 5 full steady seconds. Focus intently on the squeeze in your buttocks. Make sure you are breathing deeply and not clenching your lower back. The effort should be entirely focused on the glutes. Lower down slowly, feeling every muscle fiber relax as you touch the bed. Rest for 2 seconds. Repeat this mini hold activation 10 precise times. This simple movement sends an instant, powerful signal to your largest muscle group, telling it, it's time to work, Gluteal Anchor. Number 3. The clamshell primer. This is arguably the most important ritual for activating your gluteus medius, that all-important stabilizer. This is the movement that prevents the dreaded hip compression. Turn onto your side, lying on the edge of the bed or the floor, with your knees bent and stacked. Rest your head comfortably on your arm. Keep your feet pressed gently together throughout the entire movement. Now, keeping your feet touching, slowly raise your top knee towards the ceiling. Imagine a clamshell opening smoothly. Only lift as high as you can without letting your upper hip roll backwards. Maintain strict control and alignment. Hold the knee open for 3 seconds at the top of the movement. Feel the muscle on the side of your hip working hard. Then slowly lower it back down to meet the bottom knee. Do 15 perfect repetitions on one side before rolling over and performing 15 perfect repetitions on the other side. This is precise work. This is the quality that Japanese methods emphasize over quantity and speed. Are you feeling the burn? That's the feeling of stability returning to your hip. That's the strength you lost now being reclaimed. Don't go anywhere. The next ritual is the most critical for fall prevention and confidence. These 3 rituals alone, the bedroll, the mini hold, and the clamshell, will ensure your hips are stabilized and lubricated before you ever place your full weight on them. The next 2 rituals prepare your body for the complex demands of walking, standing, and living your independent life. You should now move to a sturdy, safe location. Number 4. The wall sit static. This is a classic isometric exercise used for strength, bone density, and endurance. It is perfect because it introduces low-impact load with absolute secure control. Move to a wall and lean your back against it, positioning your feet shoulder-width apart. Slide down the wall until your knees are only slightly bent, maybe a 30-degree angle. Do not go too deep if you have knee issues. Crucially, your knees should be directly over your ankles, not extending past your toes. Now, hold that position. You will feel your thigh muscles and your deep glutes activate. Focus on the feeling of your muscles engaging, not the pain. Hold the position for 20 seconds. If 20 is too much, aim for 10. Consistency is what matters most here. Focus on pressing your lower back flat against the wall, engaging your core slightly. This static hold is a powerful, low-risk way to build the foundational strength needed for walking up and down stairs without that crushing hip pressure and that inevitable loss of breath. Relax, stand up slowly, and shake your legs out. Number 5. The one-legged toothbrushing balance. The final ritual is a perfect example of integrating strength and balance into your existing daily habits, the core of Japanese longevity. When you go to brush your teeth this morning, instead of standing flat on both feet, I want you to simply stand on one leg. Lift your other knee slightly off the ground. Do not let it touch the ground. You will immediately feel your gluteal anchor, the gluteus medius, fire intensely to keep you upright. It will wobble. That wobbling is your brain and muscles learning to stabilize. This is the exact feeling of stability you need to prevent falls, the skill that decays fastest as we age. Hold for 30 full seconds on one leg while brushing one side of your mouth. Maintain your gaze forward. Switch to the other leg for the remaining 30 seconds of brushing. If you struggle, hold onto the sink lightly. We prioritize safety. The goal is challenging yourself while maintaining control and mindfulness. This ritual directly strengthens the muscles responsible for keeping your massive body weight stable during every single step you take all day long. It turns a necessary morning habit into your daily dose of fall prevention and freedom insurance. Summary and your path to independence. Congratulations! You have armed your hips with the strength and stability they need to tackle the day ahead. We have moved beyond the temporary fix of stretching and activated your gluteal anchor with a mindful 5-minute ritual. This is the difference between surviving your day and thriving in it. By performing these 5 simple routines every morning, you will achieve 3 powerful, life-changing benefits. First, you drastically reduce peak hip joint pressure by ensuring even force distribution, leading to less pain and slowing the progression of wear and tear. Second, you gain confidence and independence by significantly improving your balance and preventing falls, the #1 threat to mobility and self-reliance over the age of 65. Third, you eliminate that early morning stiffness and the persistent lower back pain often caused by weak glutes that fail to support your standing posture. You are not destined for pain. You are destined for freedom. You deserve a life of comfort, mobility, and freedom. These rituals are your path back to that life. Take control. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 rituals are you adding to your morning to stay independent and keep up with your grandkids? Share your goal below. If you are serious about transforming your mobility and ending chronic pain, the next step is crucial. Now that you know how to stabilize your hip, you need to learn how to walk and stand properly to prevent pain from recurring. Click the link below to watch my next video. Over 60? 4 worst ways you stand, and how to fix your gait. It will instantly show you the 4 common walking mistakes that are crushing your hip joint every single day, and the simple fix you can use right now. Thank you for allowing me to share this knowledge with you. Take control of your health today. This content is for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. Do not disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something you have read here.